Wow, Michelle, that's a very good question. Do you think the issue around Robert's rules was handled correctly at the town council meeting a couple weeks ago? No, I don't. I think that once that conversation went off the rails, the town council owed the town to take that offline and figure it out. We can disagree, but we have to be respectful. And I don't agree with, I was in the room when it happened, and it, in my estimation, that was coordinated and orchestrated. For whatever reasons, I don't know. People had their agendas, and they carried it out. I thought it was disrespectful to the town. And it looked very, it looked messy, to be honest with you. I understand Mr. Gant, Councilman Gant, had an issue with the lady, Dr. Taylor, being nominated because of something that happened in the past. And he made the statement and I'm going to paraphrase, she said something to the town staff and she was disrespectful. Okay, that part, I don't know, don't have a transcript. But what I will say is, because what he said afterwards was that, they work hard, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that was the part that he kind of lost me on. Employees aren't infallible. They make mistakes. And I also believe that, if you played sports or if you've done any team activity or if you've been on a team, you should be open to feedback. Now, you may not like the feedback, but hopefully, as long as it's constructive, like if there's some, you can take something out of it constructively, you should be open to feedback. So that was the part that he said that lost me. And it just, the mayor tried to pull the chute on it, and they pressed the issue, and it just escalated. So I don't think it was handled correctly, and it was disrespectful to the town. I'll exclude the mayor, right, because he signed up for that job. I just don't think that overall, if that's the impression that we're going to give, that we're going to dig our heels in and we are going to just, it's just, I don't know how to say it. Just look bad. And I'm also very careful I'm not careful. I don't know the context of what and you can hear that if you've watched the video. There was some back and forth with the mayor and the council. And if you take all the personalities out of it, it just looked messy. It looked unprofessional. It looked like, and it carried over to this week too. I don't know if that was a good move from the council, who got what they wanted, and the mayor, who looked like, he was just, it was, multiples against one. So it looked messy. I don't know if anything was accomplished. Does that make sense, Michelle? I think what bothered me the most is that it disrespected the town, not the individuals involved. And I would never carry myself like that. I would advocate, okay, let's take a break, because whatever we're trying to accomplish, we're not accomplishing it. And it's unprofessional. And I don't have a dog. I don't know Dr. Taylor. I did see some chatter online that she seems very right-leaning or something like that. I don't think that's the point. Like, if we want to keep going down this rabbit hole of right versus left, we're in big trouble. And I'm not saying I am not right-leaning. I'm not partisan for the most part. But I thought that was that one I'm sorry, that was part 3 was just this past Tuesday night. So that's been a 3-part series in a uncomfortable conversation. And I can look beyond the people and the personalities and the individuals and say, just as a whole, that was unprofessional. And it just looked like a bad episode of the United States House. So. Do I have to be clear, I don't know Dr. Taylor. All I can gather, I just want to be very clear on this. If I was to pick a side, right? Or if I was to say one person was right outside of everything else, I want to be very clear. It was the mayor, because he did try to pull the brakes on it. I don't agree with how the council pressed it. And that's where it kind of, and if you go back and look at the video, it was rehearsed. So I just kind of think in that light, just those facts, it was very messy. And I was kind of shocked that they did that. And if I was to say anybody that was being professional, was the mayor, because he tried to pull the brakes. Am I picking a side? Nope. I just want to make sure that that's very clear. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, wow, that was pretty bad. So, yeah. So kudos to, all right. Well, people are like, he's picking sides. If I was consulting that group, I would say that was bad. The mayor tried to pull the brakes. You guys pressed it, and it imploded. Here we are. What are we going to do to fix it? And the people that should feel trust or confidence, not trust, but confidence, you guys are going to do the right thing. They should be disappointed, because as a resident, I was kind of disappointed. So, Michelle, that's a great question. I was not expecting that one. And I've not engaged on social media on that one, because on social media, I think people have picked their sides, and I think we've lost objectivity in that. So that's okay, but that's my public opinion of it. Thank you for making me feel uncomfortable, Michelle.